Every great story has a beginning. For Ayodeji Ibrahim Balogun, known to the world as Wizkid, that beginning was in Surulere, a vibrant and bustling part of Lagos, Nigeria. Imagine a young boy growing up in a large family with 12 female siblings. His father practiced Islam, while his mother was a dedicated Pentecostal Christian. This mix of cultures and beliefs shaped his worldview from a very young age. Surulere was not just his home, it was his first stage. The streets were filled with music, from the local Fuji artists to the Western hip-hop and R&B that played on the radio. This rich soundscape was the air he breathed, planting the seeds of a massive dream in his heart. His family and faith were the first pillars of his musical journey. While his father's faith was a part of his life, it was his mother's church that became his first real music school. He would attend church regularly, not just to pray, but to soak in the melodies of the choir. He loved the passion and the soul in their voices. This is where he first learned about harmonies, rhythm, and the power of music to move people. He started singing in the church choir, his small voice joining a chorus of praise. It was here that he found his calling. The church gave him a platform to express himself and build his confidence, teaching him that music was a powerful tool for connection and storytelling. At the incredibly young age of 11, his passion for music was too big to be contained. He was not just listening to music anymore, he wanted to create it. He and a group of his church friends formed a music group called the Glorious Five. This was not just a childhood game, they were serious. They managed to record a 7-track album and released it in their local community. Can you imagine the drive and ambition of an 11-year-old doing that? This early experience taught him about songwriting, collaboration, and the process of making an album. It was a small step, but it was a crucial one. It showed him that his dream of being a music star was possible. His hunger to learn more about the music business was unstoppable. He started hanging around studios, trying to learn from the biggest names in the industry. This led him to the legendary Nigerian producer, OJB Jezreel. Wizkid would spend countless hours at OJB's studio, not as a star, but as a student. He watched, he listened, and he learned. He saw artists like Baba, who was then Two-Face Idibia, and Sound Sultan record their classic songs. OJB mentored him, teaching him about the hard work, dedication, and professionalism required to succeed. This period was like his university education in music. He learned that talent was not enough. You needed to understand the craft and the business behind it. After years of learning and perfecting his craft, Wizkid was ready for the big leagues. His talent was undeniable, and it caught the attention of Banky W, a Nigerian music superstar and head of Empire Mates Entertainment, or EME. In 2009, Banky W signed the young and ambitious artist to his record label. This was the moment everything changed. It was a validation of all his hard work and a golden ticket to the mainstream. Being part of EME gave him access to the best producers, songwriters, and a platform to showcase his talent to the entire country. The boy from Surulere was now officially in the music industry, and he was ready to take over. The world was about to meet Wizkid. In 2010, he released his debut single, Holla at Your Boy. The song was an instant sensation. It was fresh, catchy, and perfectly captured the youthful energy of the time. The music video, featuring a confident and stylish Wizkid, became a staple on music channels across Africa. The song was more than just a hit. It was a cultural moment. Young people across Nigeria and beyond saw themselves in him. He became the voice of his generation, a symbol of what was possible. Holla at Your Boy won him the prestigious Next Rated award at the Headies, officially announcing the arrival of a new superstar. Following the massive success of his first single, Wizkid released his debut album, Superstar, in 2011. The album was a masterpiece filled with back-to-back hits like Don't Dull, Tease Me, You're Bad Guys, and Pakaruma. Each song showed a different side of his artistry, from his smooth R&B vocals to his infectious Afrobeats rhythms. The Superstar album cemented his status as the new king of Nigerian pop music. It broke sales records and dominated the airwaves for months. He was no longer just a promising artist, he was a certified hitmaker, a true starboy. His sound was shaping the direction of African music. With fame came sold-out concerts and international tours. Wizkid began performing for massive crowds in the UK, the US, and across Africa. He was breaking barriers and taking Nigerian music to places it had never been before. His stage presence was electric and his connection with his fans was undeniable. He was not just performing songs, he was creating an experience. This period of his career was marked by incredible growth and expansion. He started his own record label, Starboy Entertainment, showing his ambition to be not just an artist, but a music mogul who could lift other artists as well. The Starboy was building an empire. Even with all the fame and success, Wizkid never forgot where he came from. In 2014, with his second album, Ayo, he released a song that would change his life forever. That song was Ojuelegba. Named after a busy area in Lagos, the track was a deeply personal story about his struggles and his journey. It was about the days he spent hustling, dreaming, and praying for a breakthrough. The song's mellow, hypnotic beat and heartfelt lyrics connected with listeners on a profound level. It was not just a party song, it was a testimony. Ojuelegba showed a more mature and reflective side of Wizkid, proving he was more than just a pop star. The honesty of Ojuelegba resonated far beyond Nigeria. The song became an underground hit in the UK and the US, catching the ear of international artists. Canadian rapper Drake and British-Nigerian artist Skepta were so impressed that they decided to jump on the remix. This was a massive moment. Having two of the world's biggest artists co-sign his song introduced Wizkid to a whole new global audience. The remix went viral and suddenly the world wanted to know more about this artist from Lagos and the Afrobeat sound he was championing. Ojuelegba became an anthem, a bridge connecting Lagos to the rest of the world. That connection with Drake would soon lead to an even bigger breakthrough. In 2016, Drake featured Wizkid on his global smash hit, One Dance, alongside Kyla. The song was an absolute phenomenon. It topped the charts in over 15 countries, including the United States. One Dance became the first song to reach 1 billion streams on Spotify. By featuring on the track, Wizkid became the first ever Afrobeats artist to top the Billboard Hot 100 chart. This was a historic achievement. He had broken through the ceiling and taken Afrobeats to the highest peak of global pop music. The name Wizkid was now known all over the planet. This global success opened the door for him to experiment even more with his sound. He released a mixtape titled Sounds from the Other Side in 2017. The project was a fusion of Afrobeats with Caribbean and American sounds, featuring major international artists like Chris Brown, Major Lazer, and Ty Dolla $ign. While some of his core fans in Nigeria were initially unsure about the new direction, the project was a strategic move. It was designed to introduce his sound to a new audience and solidify his position as a global artist. Wizkid was no longer just making music for Nigeria, he was making music for the world on his own terms. After conquering the global charts, Wizkid took his time to craft his next masterpiece. He wanted to create an album that was a true representation of his sound and his city. In 2020, he released Made in Lagos. The album was a departure from the high-energy club bangers of his past. It was a smooth, sophisticated, and mature body of work. The production was flawless, blending Afrobeats with elements of R&B, jazz, and reggae. It featured collaborations with a new generation of artists like Thames and Buju, who's now known as BNXN, as well as international stars like Damian Marley and LMI. Made in Lagos was not just an album, it was a mood, a vibe, a feeling. From this incredible album came a song that would define an era, Essence, featuring the sensational Thames. The song was a slow-burning, sensual duet that captured the hearts of listeners worldwide. It started as a fan favorite and slowly grew into a global phenomenon. It became the soundtrack of the summer of 2021, earning the nickname the Song of the Summer. The track's success was organic, driven by social media and word of mouth. It was so popular that it caught the attention of Canadian pop star Justin Bieber, who jumped on a remix, sending the song even further up the charts and into history. Essence achieved what many thought was impossible. It became the first Nigerian song to chart on the Billboard Hot 100, eventually peaking in the top 10. It received a Grammy nomination and broke countless records, becoming the most successful African song of all time. The success of Essence was a monumental victory for Afrobeats. It proved that an African song, sung with Nigerian pidgin and authentic in its sound, could become a global anthem without compromising its identity. Wizkid and Thames had not just created a hit, they had kicked the door wide open for other African artists to follow. Today, Wizkid is more than just a musician. He's a global icon, a cultural ambassador, and a movement. From the streets of Surulere to selling out stadiums around the world, his journey is a powerful source of inspiration. He has shown an entire generation of African youth that their dreams are valid and that their stories matter. His success has put a global spotlight on Afrobeats, creating opportunities for countless other artists. Wizkid's legacy is not just in his awards or chart positions. It is in the pride he has instilled in Africans everywhere and the undeniable fact that African music is now, and forever will be, a dominant force on the world stage.